Things to do on Oahu. Best beaches, hikes, and food. If you're thinking about living here, or visiting here on vacation, or you're new here, then welcome in, fam. Much love. Trav here. I'm going to help you out today. If you don't know me, I grew up in Seattle. I lived in California. I traveled a good amount before I found myself in Hawaii 2 to 3 years ago. I work as an organic farmer and I do online business. And it's a really wonderful place to be. I have some other videos if you're thinking about living here. I'm going to more focus on tourism here because the one thing you should know is it's really expensive and there's not a lot of good jobs. So a lot of people come out here on vacation and say, hey, I want to live here, but then it turns out that they can't. Okay, so Honolulu is the largest major city from any other major city on Earth. It's in the middle of nowhere. Why choose Oahu over the other islands? By the way, if you find this useful, if you like it already, hit that thumbs up button. If you want more content on what it's like, then hit the subscribe button. You go follow me on Instagram. I post on the daily over there too, Travis Dwu, and there's a link to that down below. So Oahu versus the other islands. Maui's maybe more touristy. The big islands maybe more nature. All the islands are beautiful. Oahu, though, has the biggest city, which means there's the most money going around, which means that there's the biggest markets. As a food grower, I like to serve the markets. I'm not just trying to be subsistence. And there's just kind of more going on. There's more people. If you want like to go into the nature of nowhere, then you probably would prefer to go to one of the other islands like Kauai. But Oahu's is a nice spot. All the islands are super beautiful. Okay, so let's start with the beaches. We'll talk hikes, we'll kind of go around the island. The airport is somewhere in here on the south side. You're going to want to rent a car to get around. That does have a good bus system, but it takes forever. You have the North Shore, the West Side, the South Shore, and the East Side. The North Shore is connected to the East Side. The East Side is connected to the South Shore. The South Shore is connected to the West Side. The West Side and the North Side aren't connected. So the most remote is really the West Side and the Northwest Side. Yeah, beautiful beaches everywhere. If you want to see big waves and you come in the wintertime, Waimea Beach Park is incredibly beautiful, large, bowl of a park, place to jump off. You come here in the wintertime and you can watch surfers on 20, 30, 40-foot waves. It's pretty spectacular. But there aren't waves outside of the wintertime. South Shore is more consistent. You have Waikiki, which can be fun to go to. It's really crowded, but it's gentle. If you want to learn how to surf, it can be a good place. Waikiki, walk around, rent a board. You could go to, what's it called? A Japanese village walk. Shirokiya is a good place to get dinner. If you like to drink, get a beer. I don't drink, but it's a Japanese food court in there. Haven't spent too much time on the east side, but Waimanalo Beach Park is really long, really pretty. There's a stretch of it, Lanakai too, there's a stretch of it called Sherwoods, which has really beautiful trees. A lot of people come here, yes, in Waimanalo Beach Park to get married. It's really, really scenic. I live on the west side, and the west side is the most remote side, so there's the least people here. Makaha's famous surf spot. You have Makua and Yokohama Beach Park. I don't know why they're calling it that. We call it Yokohama. Is the furthest beach. So it also, when people come to the west side, tends to be crowded because it's like, let's go to the furthest beach. So the second furthest beach, Makua, is not nearly as much traffic. Really scenic, beautiful. You turn around and there's no city. There's just a bowl of greenery. So yeah, that's some stuff about that. The waves. South Shore is probably the most consistent waves. You get small waves if you want to surf with a longboard almost any time of the year. Sort of same with the west side and the east side. There's not always going to be waves in the summer, but really anywhere you go, there's beautiful beaches. Beautiful views. Wow. Let's talk about the hikes. man, a hike climbing through the forest and overlooking everything can't be beat. Let's start with some easy ones. Diamond Head in Honolulu is like one of the most popular. You climb up to the top of this crater and you get a beautiful view. You can actually see Maui on a clear day. Over here, I know it's freezing. I need to super graphics. Yeah, you see Maui on a clear day. You can, I'll try to keep the screen more still so it's not freezing like that. Yeah, that's a nice hike. It's an easy one. Another easy one that I like is Lanikai Pillbox. There's a lot of these pillboxes, which are basically from World War II. They had these places, little bunkers set up, and you can hike to the bunkers. So where's the pillbox hike? You hike up here, and there's a nice view for pictures. And Lanikai is like one of the richest neighborhoods, so you can also look at all the rich people houses and be like, damn, for sale, average price of a house here is probably around 5 million. So be like, yeah, if I had the money, I'm gonna do that, right? So that's cool to look at all the rich houses. Some other hikes. So not a hike, but something you can drive to, which I like, is Tantalus. Lookout right here. Yeah, you can see Honolulu and Pearl Harbor and all the buildings, and that's low effort. You just drive up to it, and it has an amazing view. There is Kiana Point, which is on the west side. Over here, it's a flat walk, and you can walk out to the furthest most point of the island, and you see a bunch of seals, and you see a bunch of birds, and then, yeah, you get to the end, and you're like, wow, I'm on the edge, looking out towards Japan or China or whatever's out there. So more challenge. There's a lot of good hikes. How about Monowilly? I'll show you that one. Monowilly Falls is a cool hike. It's really wet, but what's cool about Monowilly is it will take you to a jumping point where you can jump. I did this one time, like 30, 40 feet jump into a small pool. It's pretty sketchy. You don't have to do that though. You can take a short jump, or you can just chill in the water and watch other people. It's on the east side. I'll show you where. It's pretty popular. If you're an experienced hiker and you want to conquer the island, then you got to do Mount Kaala. I've done Mount Kaala 3 times. It is the tallest point on the island at about 4,000 feet, so it's not even that tall, but it's really hot, and the in and out is like 12 miles, I think, so it's going to take you a long time, even if you're really fit. There's points where it really slows down because it's ropes and rocks, although it's not really much technical climbing. You start from the west side. Be prepared for it to take you all day, and bring some snacks, and you want to bring even more water than you think you need because there's not going to be anywhere to refill on the hike. There's lots of wild strawberry guava. There is wild lilikoi you might find, and there's some mac nut trees as well, so that's pretty nice. Let's talk about the west side a little bit, because yeah, that's where I'm at. Miley Pillbox is a cool hike to something really pretty view. Miley Pillbox, there's Makua Cave hike. Makua Cave hike over by Makua. You hike up, and yeah, there's a lot of beauty. I'm just naming a couple. There's a lot that I haven't done. Perhaps the most famous is Stairway to Heaven. I haven't done this one. I tried to do it from the backside, but it got derailed. We didn't end up making it there. But that one's like a bucket list thing for a lot of people. It might be shut down soon by the time you come out here or you're here. Okay, let's talk about food. So I told you I work on a farm. We actually have the #1 ranked farm to table restaurant on Oahu. Yeah, we have the #1 ranked farm to table restaurant on Oahu over some really expensive restaurants, and ours is, 4 or 5 stars for the price of 20, $30. So not so bad. You could come out here for a meal, check that out, walk around the farm, possibly meet me. I'm here for every meal. A lot of random. I like meeting random people from YouTube and the internet. So do that. If you want to ball out and spend a lot of money, Roy's is cool. Roy's Colina. Well, I guess there's a bunch of Roy's. You go to Roy's. There's a restaurant I like on the east side. It's called I Love Nalo. That has a little garden in the back and is some good vegan food. If you like food trucks, on the North Shore, there's some really good food trucks. There's like a parking lot full of them right by, there's a couple of them right by Waimea. Yeah, up here, from walking distance, there's like a bunch of food trucks. So I hope you find that helpful and gave you some things to do. Again, you're going to want to rent a car and drive around. Where to stay, you can stay in wherever. You can't really do too much Airbnb anymore. They shut that down, which is kind of messed up. You can actually stay. Our farm has retreat houses that are pretty nice. I think it's like $60 a night. You could stay in Waikiki. I don't know. I haven't really been here that long. I've explored a good amount, and yeah, just sharing that with you. So I hope that you find that helpful and useful. Again, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want more, see what the Hawaii life is like, then go follow me on Instagram. I'm posting on my story every day. So appreciate you, thank you, and let me know what you think. Have a wonderful time. Peace.